Okay, now let us discuss something about the past continuous tense zone. So let's take the same example. Rupa is writing a novel. That is an example in present continuous tense. We are going to take the same verb and same subject. Using the same verb and subject, I am constructing one more sentence in the past continuous tense provided by the structure. Okay, the structure for this is subject plus was or were plus V4. So you know very well where do we use was and where do we use were, right? So was is for the singular subjects and were is for the plural subjects. Okay, so now my sentence is this: Rupa was writing a novel. Listen carefully. I am not including the enlargement of the sentence. I am just cutting it to a very short limited point, because if you want me to give a complete example, I can give my example like this: Rupa was writing a novel by this time yesterday. If I would like to give a complete sentence based on this structure, I have to give my example in this way: Rupa was writing a novel by this time yesterday. That means by this time yesterday, or at this time, sorry, I can provide my example as at this time. Rupa was writing a novel at this time yesterday. At this time, what the action was happening, I am mentioning now in my statements. Okay, but as we are dealing with some structures and converting the given positive sentence into negative and questioning sentences, I don't want to take the time sense. I just cut the time sense in my explanation. The explanation of time sense can be carried for the next sessions. Don't worry about it. Okay, each and everything, pinpoint and matters also will be discussed with you. Okay, because this is a very core area for all the competitive examinations. So I am just making you to travel with me very slowly. Slow and steady wins the race. There is a saying, right? So let us win our competitive examinations. Let us not be very hurry, and please concentrate on each and every word that we are mentioning here. The reason for continuing the same example is you will understand the variations in the examples. I can deal with many examples, but I don't want to make you confused. I just want to give a clear picture to you. As you watch a movie, when we watch a movie, after we go home, we are ready to explain what had happened in the movie, right? The same way you should prepare your mind. Whenever you deal with these particular tenses, or when you explain to your friends, you should be ready enough to explain them without looking at them. So it should fix your mind like anything. Alright students, so as of now I am not taking any time sense, only I am taking half of the sentence which could help me only till object. Okay, I just activated my objective sentences here. So here Rupa was writing a novel. This is my positive sentence, and obviously the structure for positive sentences, Rupa is the subject plus was or were. Means if it is was, what subject should take place here? That is singular subject, right? Singular subject plus was plus V4 and plus enlargement of the sentence. It's quite common for us. This is my positive sentence, and it is also very easy for us to convert into negative sentence. How many sentences we have dealt with? Just adding not beside the helping verb. What is the helping verb here that is provided? Exactly, that is was. So this is the helping verb that is provided in our sentence. Okay, so it cannot be a helping verb. It can be called only a form of verb, and it is called helping verb or an auxiliary verb. Okay, so always not has to be placed between a helping verb and a form of the verb. What form of the verb is this? Very good. This is V4 form of verb. Okay, actually there is no verb called V4 in English grammar, but for our comfortability we have created its name like that. Instead of calling always ing form, ing form, ing form, we just used it as V4. Very simple. Techniques. Okay, we usually don't call it as a ing form. In English dictionary there is no verb form of verb called ing form. It's only ing. You have to pronounce I, N and G separately. Alright, so don't include them together, don't join them together. When you join them, it will be something awkward which cannot be accepted by the rules of English. Alright, so this is my positive. Now I would like to convert this into a negative sentence. And how can I do that? Very simple, that is adding not in between these two particular words in front of the form of verb and after the helping verb. Then automatically it becomes Rupa was not writing a novel. Okay, so this is my negative sentence. Can you say why it is a negative? Because there is not in the sentence, so it is a negative sentence. Then the structure for this sentence is subject means singular subject plus was plus not plus V4. So this has become a negative sentence. Okay, from a positive sentence a negative sentence exists. Even from a positive sentence a positive question exists. From a negative sentence a negative question exists. Okay, how? We haven't done it so far. In the beginning when I was explaining you simple tenses, in fact I explained you for simple present tense. So let's once again discuss how we can form a negative question with a negative sentence. What is this? Rupa was not writing a letter. What was the rule actually to construct a question? Just interchanging the places of first two particular words. That is, though there is not here, don't touch not in this area. This will become the first word and this will become the second word. If you exchange their places, it's like this. Was Rupa not writing a novel? This is my negative question. That means as we have got positive question for positive sentence, we also have got negative question for negative sentence. As of now, as I already told you that we have very less priority to deal with negative questions. So far we are not discussing anything about negative questions. In fact, we are discussing about only the positive questions. So we are doing with only positive questions. Okay students, so those who have got any doubt in this area, definitely this explanation will clarify your doubt. I hope this explanation will clarify your doubt. Okay, so now let us deal with positive question. To deal with positive question, in fact we require this sentence once again, that is Rupa was writing a novel. This is my positive statement. From the positive statement, I am preparing a positive question. How? Very simple, interchanging the places of the first and second word. That is, was occupies the first place and Rupa occupies the second place. Rupa writing a novel. Was Rupa writing a novel? How simple it is, right? Rupa was writing a novel. Was Rupa writing a novel? Very expressive and very interrogative, right? So we all call the questions as interrogatives because we interrogate something. What does the police usually do? What does a policeman usually do? Okay, what do the police do with the thieves? They take the thief to the cellar and they start interrogating them. Interrogation means not beating. They have got different ways to bring the truth out. But interrogation means questioning. So by means of that, in that scenario, you can easily stick to your mind that interrogation stands for the questioning things. Okay. So right now we have discussed the positive sentence, negative sentence and a questioning sentence with the singular subject. Okay. Now let's discuss something with plural subject. Now it's time for us to deal with plural subject. How? Now instead of Rupa, I would like to take the plural subject as what was the plural subject that we dealt for present continuous tenses? Alright. I would like to take new names now. Okay. Rajan and Suresh. Now I would like to include Suresh with Rajan. In our previous example, we just included Sujan. But now in place of Sujan, I would like to take Suresh. Sujan went to drink coffee and Sujan is free now. Suresh is free now. So we have taken Suresh to our example. Rajan and Suresh were writing novels. Rajan and Suresh were writing novels. Why did you think so? We have added were here instead of was. Very good, because the subject that is provided here is a plural subject. So a plural subject always agrees were in the past continuous tenses. So the structure becomes like this: plural subject plus were plus V4 gives the past continuous structure. Okay. So in fact, I treat this as my positive sentence. If I would like to convert this sentence into a negative sentence, I must include not in the sentence that is provided here. Okay? And my sentence is this: Rajan and Suresh were writing novels. This is my actual sentence, my positive sentence. Now, as I told you that you have to include not. Where can I include not? Rajan, beside Rajan, I can add not. Okay, if I add not beside Rajan, what does it become? Rajan, not and Suresh were writing novels. Is it correct? No. So it is not to be added here. Not has not to be added beside Rajan. Why? We are just dividing Rajan and Suresh, and we have taken Rajan and Suresh as one subject, and we have no right to separate them by means of any word that we are adding extra in our sentence. Right? Okay. So here I would like to add not here. Rajan and Suresh not were writing novels. What is the structure that we usually follow? Correct, that is subject plus helping verb plus not plus V4. This is the structure that we follow for a negative sentence, right? So here I added not beside subject. So do you think this is correct? No, this is not correct. So this is wrong. That means adding not in this place is not correct. Now I would like to add not here in this area. Rajan and Suresh were writing not novels. Is there any sense to the sentence? Not novels. What novels? Not novels. Is it something like white novels, red novels? Like no, not novels. No. So Rajan and Suresh were writing not novels is also wrong. It is not to be added here. So which is the correct place to add not here? Very good. It is beside were. Then the sentence is correct. Rajan and Suresh were not writing novels. Do we have the same structure how we have got the structure in the previous sentences? Yes, we have got. So automatically the example is this. Then it becomes were not writing novels. Now my example is correct. Rajan and Suresh were not writing novels. This is my negative sentence because I have placed not in a rightful area, that is after the helping verb. According to the structure that is provided to us, it is already mentioned in the structure that not is to be provided only after helping verb, and the helping verb that is provided in this sentence is nothing than verb, other than verb. Okay, so why did we take were here? Because the subject is plural, so we happen to take were instead of was. If the subject is singular, it is to be was, and if the subject is plural, it is were. Okay, so according to this strategy, the structure formed here that is required for us is subject plus which subject? Very good, plural subject plus were plus not plus V4. This is the structure that is required. We dealt that there is a structure called subject plus helping verb plus not plus V4. This is also structure, but this is the common structure for the singular and plural, and this is the individual structure for plural subject. That makes the difference. Okay. If you would like to explain it in a more specific manner, more understandable manner, this is the area that you have to focus. If you would like to give the example as a whole, this is the example that you have to follow. Subject plus helping verb plus not plus V4. That is a common example. Okay, students? And we have finished discussing about positive sentence and negative sentence with plural subject with the combination of verb. And now let's discuss the construction of a questioning sentence with a positive sentence. Now the positive sentence they have got here is Rajan and Suresh were writing novels, right? Rajan and Suresh were writing novels. What was the rule that we are following always? Just interchanging the places of two particular words. Why did we took three words together here? Because these three words indicates one complete subject for us. So we have categorized these three words into one particular form. Okay, and this into another word. Now we are interchanging these words places. When we interchange their places, the subject place is occupied by the helping verb, that is were. as we are beginning the sentence, though were is a verb, helping verb, though it is not a noun, it should be begun with a capital letter. That's what we followed in all the sentences when we dealt. It was followed with capital letter. It was followed with capital letter. And it was followed with capital letter. Right? The same way we are dealing here also. Were, because we are writing, we are beginning the sentence with were, we always begin a sentence with a capital letter, and if it is a statement, general statement, we have to end the general statements with full stop, and if it is a question, we should end the sentence with a question mark. Okay, but the common thing what you have to follow is always a sentence should be begun with a capital letter, whatever the word that we are beginning with. Alright, so here were, and what comes next? Rajan and Sujan takes the place of the second word, that is Rajan and Sujan. Okay students, you might be getting some doubts. When we already began a sentence with capital letter, why are we still following the capital letters in our second word? Notice something here. Rajan is the name of a person and Sujan is also a name of a person. Okay, and these two names are treated as pronouns. Sorry, these two words are treated as proper nouns. Okay, and always a proper noun should be followed by a capital letter. It should be begun with a capital letter. Alright, so that is the reason why we have used capital R in our next word and even capital S in our next word, though these two belongs to same subject. Okay, right. Were Rajan and Sujan writing a novel? A novel, questioning. So ended with a question mark. And see here, when you notice, I haven't used any capital letter. In fact, I used only small letter because it has nothing to do with capital letters here. Writing is a V4 form and it is a simple form in which a capital letter cannot be accepted in the middle of the sentence if it has got no priority. Though it is in the middle of the sentence, because it is a proper noun, we used capital letter to Sujan, S, the beginning letter, and even to Rajan, R. But here writing is a simple common V4 form of verb. So capital letter is not at all required. So here were Rajan and Sujan writing a novel became a questioning sentence for us. Even in a sentence, all these rules are mandatory. Okay. So sometimes they might be asking you, they just give you a slot of sentence and they might be asking you to punctuate, to find out the correct punctuation or to find out the place where the punctuation had gone wrong. Okay, so in that area you should be very particular enough to identify the errors, identify the punctual error, punctuation error. Okay, so that's what we did here. Finally, we got the questioning sentence, that is where Rajan and Sujan writing a novel. So students, from the given example with plural subjects, we have dealt with positive sentence, negative sentence and a questioning sentence. Last but not least, let us frame a structure for our questioning sentence also. So the structure for this is helping verb, very good, plus subject plus V4 and question mark. So this is the required structure for us. If you would like to give the structure in a more specific manner, it can be like this: where plus plural subject plus V4 and question mark. This is the more specific structure and this is the common structure for the questioning sentences, that too for the positive questioning sentences. Okay, so a positive question, sorry, a positive sentence and a positive question, negative sentence and a negative question, what we discussed in this area. Okay. Now, I would like to deal with few more examples with the subjects called I. Sorry, just a minute, hold on. I. Now, I would like to take my example as I. Let me clear the board for some time. Now we are going to discuss few more subjects, because whenever we are speaking something using those particular subjects, most of us are very much confused about it, especially when we are talking in the past continuous tenses. We are really confused. So let us have a clear idea about those particular subjects, so that we will not have any more doubts. Okay, right. Now I would like to take my subject as I. We also dealt with the subject I with present continuous tense. But what happens when it takes place in the past continuous tense? Most of us has got the doubt, right? Very simple. I rule changes only in the present tenses, but in the past tenses it's quite simple. In the past tense it is termed as a singular subject. So already you know the rule that along with the singular subject, what is the verb that is going to agree here in the past continuous tense? That's with was. Okay, right. So it can be like this. I was writing a novel at this time yesterday. See how beautiful the structure has formed here. The sentence is quite understandable here. I was writing a novel at this time yesterday. At this particular time. Now what am I doing now? I am explaining. That's my present continuous tense. At this particular time yesterday, I was writing a novel. In fact, it was a holiday yesterday, so I was engaged with some other work. So I am stating in this manner, saying that I was writing a novel at this time yesterday. Here I mentioned the time frame also. Okay? But now, as we are doing examples, I really don't want to take a very lengthy sentence. I just want to cut my sentence to a short span. So I am removing this part of my sentence. I am just keeping only to this part, and I made my sentence like this. I was writing a novel. Okay, this is our concept, what we have to understand. If you understand this concept, you can enlarge your sentence as per your wish. Okay, now see. When you say I was writing a novel, it's very clear for us that even I, only in present tenses, I is accepted with am, but not in past tenses. Okay, so you're not supposed to use am in past continuous tenses. If you use am in past continuous tense, it is then no more a past continuous tense. It becomes a present continuous tense. So to indicate that you are speaking something about yourself in the past continuous tense, you should avoid using am beside I. Okay, so then it becomes I was writing a novel. In fact, this is your positive sentence. This is your positive sentence. How can you convert this positive sentence into negative? What was the rule that we are following? Very simple, adding not. Okay, before adding not, where should you add not here? Very good. Beside your helping verb. Where is your helping verb? This is your helping verb, and beside helping verb, if you add not, this whole sentence becomes a negative sentence. So I can write like this. I was not writing a novel. Now I say this is my negative. Why does it become a negative sentence? Because there is not in my sentence, so it become a negative sentence. Now I would like to close not here. Now read the sentence. I was writing a novel. In this aspect, this sentence has become a positive sentence. If I remove my hands, then it became like this. I was not writing a novel. So in this aspect, it has become a negative sentence. Very simple. Positive sentence, negative sentence. Positive, negative. Okay, it's quite simple for you to identify. And for this, the structure is subject, I plus was plus V4, and for this the structure I plus was plus not plus V4. What got included extra here in our structure? That is not. This is an extra part in our structure. So positive sentence is this and negative sentence is this. Now how can we convert this positive sentence into a questioning sentence? Now let us jot it down as it is. I was writing a novel. This is my positive sentence. From my positive sentence, I am jotting down a questioning sentence. What was the rule that we are following always? Interchanging the places. When we interchange these two particular words places, was is occupied by the subject's place and I is occupied by the helping verb's place. Was I writing a novel? Was I writing a novel? Okay, this is the correct structure to form a question. See, in the old movies we have few dialogues. The heroine says to the delivers a dialogue to the hero. So can you read this sentence once more? See, what nonsense you are doing? What nonsense you are doing? In our old movies, heroines used to deliver this dialogue to most of the heroes in many movies. Okay, this is actually a wrong frame of question. Though it got started with what, it's a non-frame of question. So it should be, these two places should be interchanged. When you interchange these two places, the question format is correct. So it could be like this. What nonsense are you doing? This is the correct form. Okay. So without knowing ourselves, we tend to do many errors. But once you know the structure, you will never do any error. That is the magic of English. See, that's what we followed here. When we interchange the places, not only in these questions that starts with helping verbs, even in the questions that starts with interrogative pronouns, even then we have certain areas which are to be corrected. Okay. So here, so it's very crystal clear for us that the formed question is, was I writing a novel? Okay. Automatically the structure for this is was plus subject plus V4, or in place of subject I would like to take I. Okay. If you would like to give an external structure for this, it can be like this: helping verb plus subject plus V4. This is more explanatory process, and it is on the whole explanatory process. Okay. This is about past continuous tenses. Now, so how many tenses did we discuss so far? We discussed present continuous tenses and the past continuous tenses. Suppose if you have something with the subject we, how do you do? I have my example. We were writing a novel. This is my example. And in fact, I say that this is my positive example. Remember, I am no more giving any structures because already you got habituated to deal with structures. For every sentence, it is not possible to give structures, okay? So as of now, you already got adjusted to that, accustomed to that. So within seconds, you can deal with this. This is my positive sentence. Now, can you convert this positive sentence into negative sentence? First, tell me, this is a positive sentence of which zone? Past continuous tense. And the subject that we took is we. Okay? Because it is plural subject, so the agreement of the verb should be were. Okay. So, we were writing a novel. To convert this into negative sentence, what is needed here? Not. Where you have to place the not? Very good. That is beside the helping verb that is provided. Then this becomes, we were not writing a novel. This has become my negative sentence. Okay. Now from this, I am no more copying the same sentence here again. From this sentence only we are going to do directly here. Now convert this positive sentence into a positive question. How can you do that? Very good. Just interchange these two places directly. Now this is the direct stroke that we are dealing with. So when you interchange these two places, where occupies the first place in the sentence? Okay. And we occupies the second place of the sentence. Were we writing a novel? Question mark. Okay, were we writing a novel? Very simple. That means from one simple sentence you can convert it into a positive sentence, a negative sentence as well as a questioning sentence. Okay students. Now how about with you? Now my second example is this. You were writing novels. We already discussed how a sentence is excreted by means of the subjects I, we, you in our previous classes. So again that explanation is not required here. Okay. So you were writing novels. Writing novels is my positive sentence. How can you convert this into negative sentence? Very good. You have to add not beside were. This is our helping verb. Okay. Then it becomes a negative sentence this way. You were not writing novels. Alright. This is my positive sentence and this is my negative sentence. Then how can you convert this sentence into a questioning sentence? Now you have to concentrate on the first sentence that is provided to us. We are a bit fast now because you already know how you have to deal with the remaining sentences. Now we are on the track, so I am just taking you a bit faster. And see, you have to interchange the first two words places, first and left. And word occupies the subject's place, where you occupies the verb's place. Were you writing novels? See students, how beautifully the arrangement of sentences took place here. With the subject we created positive, negative and questioning sentences, and with the subject you, we have created positive, negative as well as a questioning sentence. Okay. So to speak in English, most of the time we use the questions. When you travel by a train, we question our co-passengers that where are they going, where do they get in, where do they get down. So there are several situations where we have to question someone. To question someone, these structures are really helpful for us. If you learn the structure of questioning, automatically you will learn the answering structure also. When you know this questioning pattern, you will also know the answering pattern. When these two patterns are known to you, English communication is quite easier. Okay.